Y'all, I'm dragging. I'm so tired. Welcome back to Every Disney Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Every Disney Movie Ever. Today I'm going to be talking about Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph is a 2012 animated theatrical release about the villain of an old school arcade game getting sick of feeling lousy and being an outcast, and so he wants to try and become a hero. It is directed by Rich Moore, cinematography by Rob Dressel. Supervising animators include Doug Bennett, Mark Mitchell, Marlon Zach Parris, and Tony Smeed. It's it's edited by Tim Mertens. Music by Henry Jackman, and it's written by Phil Johnston and Jennifer Lee. The film stars John C. Reilly as Ralph, Sarah Silverman as Vanellope, Jack McBrayer as Felix, Jane Lynch as Calhoun, and Alan Tudyk as King Candy. It was first developed in the 80s with the title High Score, then in the 90s it was Joe Jump, and then in the early 2000s it became Reboot Ralph. Rich Moore was determined to have real-life video game characters in it, or he didn't think it would feel real. When they asked Nintendo for permission to use Bowser in the Batman group, Nintendo was enthusiastic about it. They said, quote, "If there is a group that is dedicated to helping the bad guy characters in video games, then Bowser must be in that group." They also had considered having Ralph go through a whole sequence of like being in a Sims game where he just like kind of coasted in a Sims game, but then they decided it was too difficult to figure out how that kind of game would be in an arcade and how Ralph would get there. They thought maybe they'd have like the arcade owner's laptop open to that, but they ultimately decided to scrap it. There are obviously a ton of video game references in this. They wanted it to be ridiculous, so we've got Bowser, we've got Dr. Eggman, we've got F, we got Sonic, we got Q*bert, we've got Pac-Man, we have a ton, which is really awesome. Fix-It Felix Jr. is supposed to be a nod to Donkey Kong, and actually the high score listed on Fix-It Felix Jr. is Walt Disney's birthday. Hero's Duty is supposed to be like a Halo Call of Duty moment. Disney introduced their new bidirectional reflectance distribution functions, which creates more realistic reflections on surfaces, and new virtual cinematography camera capture systems, which makes it possible to go through scenes in real time. They also, the animators got to go to ISM Cologne and a See's Candy Factory to just like see a bunch of manufacturing facilities and how they operate. The film had a $165 million budget and made $496.5 million in the box office. That's very good. Had an 87% on Rotten Tomatoes rating. Equally entertaining for both kids and parents old enough to catch the references, Wreck-It Ralph is a clever, colorful adventure built on familiar themes and joyful nostalgia. It was nominated for Best Animated Feature. It has a sequel, Ralph Breaks the Internet. They did release a Flash version of Fix-It Felix Jr. Also released Wreck-It Ralph for the Wii and Nintendo DS. Those were not well received. They also released a browser-playable Hero's Duty and Sugar Rush, super fun. They released a mobile game, and then Ralph or Vanellope or whoever appear in Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, Disney Infinity, Disney Crossroads, Kingdom Hearts 3, Kingdom Hearts Unit X, and Disney's Magic Kingdoms. Gorgeous, without a doubt. Absolutely stunning, beautiful, no notes. Excellent, great vibe, fits perfectly, the score is perfect. And then we also have Rihanna and then Owl City at the end. Great. The intro goes really hard. It's a really great way to show and like set up sympathy for Ralph. I just love it. And then the Bad-Anon reveal is also obviously so funny, so good. The fact that Ralph makes a Lara Croft comment is so good. I love the newer Lara Croft games, so fun. The cameos are great. Obviously, I've kind of already gone over those. Ralph helping Vanellope even after she's stolen his medal is genuinely so sweet and a testament to the fact that he actually is a good guy. I also think the fact that he's even having like this internal struggle and is like, I hate that I'm over here, I hate that I have to do this, shows that he is a good guy, because if he were like a turd, he wouldn't want to spend time with people, if he truly were a villain. This movie flies. It's longer. It's like an hour and 47, which isn't like terribly long. But it's longer than like an hour and a half or whatever, and it flies. No fat on it. It's really good. Everything is, which is always nice. I love their teamwork. I think when they, like, from when they build the cookie cart together and on, I'm like, oh, my heart, like when she loves the car and he's like, I'm so sorry, and she's like, I love it, it's perfect, and he's like, oh, it's so sweet. I love it from there. They're the cutest friends. I love them. When he breaks her cart because he thinks it's for her own good, oof, that makes my heart ouchie, 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 ouchie. Jean is the second villain in this. Like, I know we have King Candy, but like, Jean is so terrible. Like, what a jerk. I hate him. The turbo reveal is so good. You know, they set it up with the turbo thing, like going turbo or whatever. But then, like, they're hinting at King Candy is up to something, right? He seems like a turd blossom, blah, blah, blah. But to have King Candy turn out to be Turbo, so good. That is such a good setup payoff that they do for that. I remember in the theater being like, and hitting my brother being like, oh my god, how did we not see that coming? Excellent, excellent, excellent. This is so sweet. A really entertaining movie for sure. My favorite part is probably the end when he says his favorite part is when he's about to get thrown off the building because they lift hhim high enough to be able to see Vanellope's game. Oh my god, it's so sweet. I can't deal with that. My least favorite part? Probably when he breaks her car and she says, so you are a bad guy. Rough, rough, rough. Recommend, 100%. Watch again, 100%. Not my first time or second time seeing Wreck-It Ralph. It's an excellent movie. Absolutely, for sure. Specific moments. Jane Lynch, incredible. Come on, she's Jane Lynch. The cybugs are nasty. So gross. The final race, super intense, super insane. Love that. And then the Mentos and Coke, how do you not? It's just so good. It's just so good, the Mentos and Coke. Yeah. This is just good. I feel like we're entering the era of like a resurgence for Disney. You know, we had the Chicken Little and the Home on the Range lull here. And I feel like we're picking back up. We're getting back into the animated zone here. Because Wreck-It Ralph really kicks it off strong, because I know soon then we have Frozen, and then I like The Good Dinosaur. I know it's Pixar. I know it didn't do very well, but I love The Good Dinosaur. But then we'll have, like, you know, soon after that, we'll have Inside Out. They're just gonna start entering, like, a little bit more of an like, Big Hero 6, like, originals with the animations, which really helps bring them back into a resurgence. I mean, obviously we know Frozen was a massive hit. So I'm excited to be entering this era of Disney. I'm not excited to eventually get to the era we're currently in, which is Disney kind of on the down right now. So we'll see what happens, but this is great. That's everything I have for Wreck-It Ralph. My final rating is 9. What should we do? Medals? Should we do medals? 9 medals out of 10. Our total movie count is. Parent Death Toll and Cry Count are still the same. If you want to keep up with what movie I'm watching when, follow me on all socials. You'll find out what movie I'm watching when. I put up videos every Monday and Friday, and sometimes Wednesday. Join Patreon. I got a tier starting at just $1. You get every video a week early and a coupon code for merch and exclusive merch access. Buy merch. Merch is great. Merch is grand. Until next time, come on, you subscribe, but I'm not in charge of your life. You are, so do you, and don't be King Candy / Turbo about it. Or Gene. You're just another break and I'm a sledgehammer.